but I would say it's principally about her relationship, her journey, and obviously the part Secretariat played in it is this sort of jumping off.
Given the horse business at the time, hers was a major accomplishment, wasn't it, to break into this all boys club?
Massive, yeah. And also, I mean, Secretariat was, as you probably know, in the ESPN poll of the 100 greatest North American sports figures of the century. Not 99 of them were humans, and the other was Secretariat. So, and Secretariat's racing achievements remain to this day absolutely astonishing. His race at the Preakness, which we just did a little sort of video clip of today, because we'll watch that in our story on television. But his race in the Preakness, going from last to first from way back in a matter of seconds, he looked like he was on the bed of a truck passing the world's greatest thoroughbreds, really like they were standing still. And the stamina he showed in the Belmont, which is the longest of the Triple Crown races. It's a race Secretariat won by 31 lengths, and the drama inherent in that race was not only the fact that it's the last of the Triple Crown races. In his breeding, he was the son of a very famous horse called Bold Ruler, who kind of was known for speed but not for stamina, and they all feared that for Secretariat. I mean, it was accepted that he had astonishing speed, but they worried about his stamina, and in that race, it's one of the most pitiless destructions of a foe or a number of foes that I've ever seen in any sporting contest of any kind. He simply ran away, and he won by 31 lengths, which I can't imagine will ever be equal. He set the world record time, which has never been equaled, not even that close, really. For that race, the record time. And the other amazing thing about it was he was still accelerating, meaning he ran each quarter faster than the last. So just on the strength of that, it's an amazing story, and one, well, still I think fairly well remembered, at least by Americans of a certain age, and very well remembered by horse lovers and racing people probably around the globe, but not so known to a new generation.
To get back to people, the horse business.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one winner. How would you say that they're basically gamblers at heart?
Well, yeah, but I mean, most things are a gamble. Most things one does are a gamble. I mean, there is no kind of assurance that what one sets out to do will succeed. I don't know if I don't think particularly the trainers or breeders do it. I'm sure they do it or endeavor to do it to make money, but I don't think they do it to bet money. Many people love racing because they love betting, and I assume many bettors love betting more than they love racing. But I wouldn't have any evidence to suggest that they did it. I mean, obviously they're gamblers, but not necessarily in gambling, let's say.
What about our director? What can you say about him?
Well, what I have seen, he built all of these stables, which will be left here. I mean, sort of according to what we needed and their specifications. I think we've had very nice sets everywhere. It's a kind of nice period to revisit. Because really, 1973, I think, quite a critical year. Really, the end of the 60s was actually not really in 1969, but I would say in 1973, the kind of end of an era. And it's been quite interesting to go back and see the cars and the clothes and the colors and the...
What was that shift that took place at that time? Shifted to what? To Reagan's America?
No, next came Carter's America, which preceded Reagan's, and
culturally?
I think was not thought to have been a very happy time by a lot of people. There was a recession and the oil crisis and Iran and et cetera, and it was a sort of little bit of a lost era, I think, maybe.
Was it the end of the good times?
I think 73 was, to a certain extent. But it was also the end of other things. The Nixon administration, I think, ended then. Vietnam ended then. The war in Vietnam, meaning. The hippies and the counterculture sort of morphed into something else then, I think. And was probably a kind of a prelude perhaps to a different America, one maybe more resembling what we have today.